Action!
It's Give STL Day 2024 live. I'm the Giving Day guy, Chris Strubb, back here with Vicki from, looks like Infant Loss Resources. Vicki, tell me about the organization.
Yes, so we've been around for about 4 decades. We provide grief support for families who have lost a baby, as well as preventive things to keep their babies alive for the first year of life. We give out free baby beds to the community, and we also teach about safe sleeping to the community. We have a big thing on infant mortality at this time, and so we are really out here just promoting who we are. And STO Day gives us the opportunity to provide the community awareness, to let everybody know that we're here to save the babies' lives, and hopefully that they can celebrate their first birthday and beyond.
Wow. So a donation today on Give STL Day would mean, what does it mean to your organization?
Oh, a plethora of things. So let me just start with and just make sure that we can enhance the community and also expand our products and make sure that we're sending things out to our families and providing grief support for those families who unfortunately have lost a baby. Everything free of charge.
thank you so much for being here. We want to wish you the very best of luck on Give STL Day.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Me too.
Welcome back to Union Station. My name is Chris Strubb. That's a freeze frame of me there from yesterday, and this is me today. Look at that, one day older, one day wiser. Elizabeth George is here. She is our wonderful host again for the 9 a.m. hour. And we've got Nika there on the side of the frame. Nika, you want to shift a little bit to your right so we can see you? Just, there she is. I'll get that.
There we go.
I'll get that straightened out here in a second. But Elizabeth, in the last hour, you outlined a big goal for everyone. We really wanted to cross that $1 million mark. We are almost there. So I'm going to leave that ticker there at the top of the screen during this hour. So Elizabeth, when we see that, we can celebrate a little bit. Maybe we'll do it here with Nika.
I hope we do it here with Nika. So Nika Alsop, welcome. And you were here representing Perennial. And can you tell us a little bit about your organization and the really important work that you all are doing?
Yeah, so we are a creative reuse classroom and store. We teach people DIY skills using all salvaged materials to divert waste from the landfill. So I have a mosaic here. This is old tiles and broken glass. We teach people how to do this.
Hey, can you show that a little
Show
to the right?
Right
there
side.
we go.
There it is. I love
and
it.
it's a hammer, which is fitting because we also teach woodworking using salvaged wood.
Nika, let's take a look at some of the work here. Elizabeth, I think this video is going to go right over your head, but you can keep chatting here.
Okay.
Oh, wait, nope, let me fix it so it actually shows up here.
Hey,
Hold on.
you know, I only need half my face.
Let's make it real big, and then Chris will play it.
So Nika, and this is a video without sound, right?
That's it.
Okay, so I understand you have a very special goal for today, something in particular you're raising money for. Tell us about that.
Yes, so we are trying to raise $5,000 today to update our outdoor classroom. This is an area where we teach people how to make their own compost tumblers. We do natural dyeing classes, gardening classes, and it is in rough shape right now. We have a lot of chipping paint, rotting wood, steps that are kind of inaccessible and don't have railings, and we would really like this to be a more accessible space for everyone to be able to participate.
I love that thought, because a day like today, we may want to be giving back to our planet, we may want to be learning some new skills, but who wants to do it inside?
I know, it's so nice to be outside, and you know, we'd love to be able to spend more time outside as a day like today.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so you're taking a variety of different materials, wood, we see the tile, and you're reusing and keeping that out of the landfill. Do you have a sense of how much you've been able to keep from landfill over the years?
Yeah, so every year is a little different. Last year we were able to divert almost 23,000 pounds from the landfill, and the year before that was 10,000, so we almost more than doubled that over just 1 year. We'd like to double it again, but so far this year we've diverted almost 6,000 pounds from the landfill in small ways. Like this is a t-shirt that we turned into yarn, and we teach different classes using this homemade t-shirt yarn. So we get a lot of donations from companies that printed too many t-shirts that have dates on them, and so they're out of date. And then we cut those t-shirts up into t-shirt yarn, for example. This isn't very heavy, but it is a good way to divert waste.
And what I love about this is not only are you using materials yourself and saving, you can track what you're keeping out of landfill, but you're also teaching people how to use materials so in the future they're picking up materials and keeping things from going.
Yeah, our goal is to teach people the mindset of turning discarded items into a cherished resource so that you consider your trash in a different way. You think, what could I do with this? How could I reuse this? What could this be turned into? And also teach people how to do things with that stuff. Like, what would you do with an old picture frame or a piece of wood? Well, we can teach you how to do something with it using power tools or stained glass, soldering, that kind of thing.
Nika, this all sounds so cool. And so we want to encourage everyone to donate to Perennial, and of course go on your social media channels, on your website, to learn more. Great cause to support today. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Great to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Niku. And
Elizabeth,
everybody keep giving. We're 7,000, less than 7,000 away from that $1 million goal. We can do it while we've got Perennial here, and we're shifting to our next guest.
All right. Give STL Day. Give STL Day 2024 live. Don't go anywhere. Let's go full screen to that ticker as we get our next organization up on
Wonderful.
screen.
Good job.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Come on, St. Louis. Here we go. We know you guys want to see 1 million. We want to see 1 million here too, Elizabeth. Less than $3,000 to go until we hit that $1 million. And I just hold on. I think we kicked something. One second. Nothing. That's fine.
Okay.
Is it okay if I just hold this for that?
Yeah.
$1 million.
Please bear with me as we are having technical issues, and we will be right back. But hey, congrats on 1 million if you can hear me or see me. And don't go anywhere. We'll be right back as I'm fixing the audio so we can hear all of our guests. Something bad happened. Are the screens still on?
No. Nothing.
Yeah. All right. Emily, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. So we're going to let you talk for a couple minutes because we just kicked a wire and things are off now. But Emily Bauman, we just crossed $1 million. Take it away.
Yes, we sure did, Chris Strub. I can figure out how to talk for a couple minutes. Sure. Hello, St. Louis. I am so excited to let everybody here who's tuning into the live stream know that we have just hit that $1 million mark today on Give STL Day. I'm looking at our ticker right now on my other screen. We have 6,177 donations from 4,412 super generous donors, benefiting an amazing 764 organizations. So we are so excited to have hit this milestone during our very first power hour of the day. And what is a power hour, you may ask? So these are hours of the day in which your donation is boosted by a prize pool. So that means that all you have to do is get online and give during a power hour and your dollar goes further. So we have 5 power hours for you today. They are every 3 hours from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. So that's 9, noon, 3, 6, and 9. Our first 2 power hours are sponsored by the Burgess Family Foundation. The Burgess Family Foundation is generously serving as our giving partner for Give STL Day this year, and we are so excited to have them. Thanks to their generosity, our first 2 hours of the day are $30,000. So that's right, folks. All you have to do is give the 9 a.m. hour, so right now, and then again at noon, and your gift gets boosted by that $30,000 pool. Our other power hours are $20,000. The 3 o'clock is sponsored by Perennial and the St. Louis Community Foundation.
Headphones on?
The 6 o'clock power hour is
Elizabeth,
sponsored
put the
by
headphones
an
on.
anonymous donor and the St. Louis Community Foundation's Board of Directors. And the 9 p.m. power hour is sponsored by Watlow and the St. Louis Community Foundation. So we have $120,000 in power hour prizes to give out today to participating nonprofits. Again, all you have to do is get online and give during power hour. I'm seeing Elizabeth George. Is Elizabeth hearing me?
I am.
You're
hearing
smiling, so I
you.
think you're hearing me. Hello.
That means
Hello
Chris
from Oak
fixed it.
Knoll.
That means Chris fixed it, whatever it was.
Your background is much more beautiful than mine.
You know, there's nothing like being in front of a bed of irises. One of my
Absolutely.
Smiling and holding.
Yes.
Emily, we're going to throw it back to our live guests here.
That's
that
perfect timing.
That was wonderful timing. Thanks for carrying us through.
Of course.
Emily, we will invite you back in throughout the day. So we'll let you go, and we're going to bring it back here live. Thank you guys watching live for bearing with us. Elizabeth, let's get back to it.
That's absolutely wonderful, and congratulations, St. Louis, on our first $1 million. We've got a lot more to go. Woo-hoo! Okay, we're pretty excited down here at Union Station. I am going to move directly into introducing Bhavana and Satanya from Almost Home. Almost Home's an organization I started working with in about 2012, so it's near and dear to my heart. And we're pretty excited to hear what you have to say about all the new things happening at Almost Home.
Awesome, thank you. It's so many wonderful things happening. Oh, thank you so much for having us here. We'll first talk about our continuum of care. You know, we provide services for teen moms 16 to 21 and their children, but you know, it doesn't stop there. Once you're 21, you still go home to mom to get food, right? So we welcome our families to come back and still receive services, everything from case management, therapy, and those are other needs that they have. Right now, we also just open our on-site clinic. So with that, our families can come back if they need to have vaccinations, immunizations, physicals for their children. We have the ability to service them right there at Almost Home, right on site, so they don't have to wait to get an appointment or anything like that. And it's all free of charge for all of our clients, new and old.
Guys, I want to apologize for that little snafu there a moment ago. I want to make sure that we play your video here that you sent over as well. So let's take a look at that, and then we'll throw it back to Elizabeth.
Beautiful, and look at the pictures of those gorgeous little ones and their lovely moms. Tell us, where do your moms come from?
Our moms come from everywhere. Some of them are living in their car, some of them are sleeping from couch to couch. Some of them just have been in foster systems. St. Louis, metrally, we have a lot of clients, but we actually get referrals over from Illinois, believe it or not.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, and I know you've had city funding and county funding, but what does your philanthropic dollars, or what do your philanthropic dollars do for you?
They help us continue the work that we're doing. Like, we can't do this alone. We have to be housed 24 hours a day, and that helps us to be able to provide everything from the welcome kits. When they first come, sometimes they come with nothing, absolutely nothing. And so we want to ensure that they feel like they're at home. They're welcome with clean clothes for them and their children, diapers and wipes, brand new towels, hair products, cleaning products, everything that they would need. So those philanthropic dollars go to make everyone who comes through those doors feel like they're at home.
I have had the pleasure of visiting, and it does feel like home. Okay, this new clinic.
Yes.
Give us a little more information on that. It's really exciting.
Yes, it is exciting. You know, we just try to reduce those disparities when it comes to birthing moms, specifically Black and brown moms that are birthing, that are underserved, that are underinsured. So now we have a nurse practitioner that will see our moms every week, and their children, and all of our moms that are a part of Almost Home. They will be able to get vaccinations, immunizations, well women checkups. I mean, now we even are able to give them eye exams. So, you know, we're taking away those barriers. All they have to do is come downstairs, or our independent living moms just have to come up right across the street. And on top of that, our staff is able to see. We're all nonprofits. We know how hard it is to get out to go to the doctor. So it's access for everybody, and it just means so much. And so far, in the first 3 months from January to April, we had seen 47 clients already.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and almost 20 vaccinations we're giving. So we're well on our way this year. It's been a huge blessing to have the clinic on site.
And I heard it was a great party when you opened the clinic. I was so sad I couldn't be there. But Satanya, you've got another party coming up, right?
Yes, we do. Our gala is June 13th, and we are really excited to be having that. We'll be having our presentation of our Women and Children's Award that day. It starts at 6 p.m., so you don't want to miss it. So please go to our website. That's www.almosthomestl.org, and you can click on that link at the website to get your tickets.
Well, I've got some bad news and some good news for you. The bad news is I have to cut this short because we're running low on time and we've got a lot more groups lined up. The good news is, and Elizabeth learned this firsthand last year, when Chris's equipment breaks during a live stream, I add your organization to my list of donations that I'm going to make later today.
Awesome.
So you knew I was going to bring it back to you. I really appreciate your patience and everything. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm so sorry we have so many great groups lined up here that we want to make sure we get everybody on. So.
And don't wait to June to give. GiveSTLday.org. Give early, give often, and certainly before that 10 a.m. meeting.
We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome back to Union Station. My name is Chris Strubb, the Giving Day guy. Thank you for bearing with us through those technical difficulties moments ago. This is live video. I mean, this is how it goes sometimes, you know, and thankfully we're able to be here and troubleshoot, get everything together. We are going to, I'm going to have Laura kind of center the camera there. Can you turn that a little bit so that we are centered? And then we are going to throw it back over to Elizabeth here in just a moment to talk to our friend Erica from Second-Hen'd. Elizabeth, take it away.
Well, what a treat to have Second-Hen'd and Blossom. Blossom, I think, is the star, though we're very happy to talk to Erica Camp, who is the founder and president of Second-Hen'd. Quite the clever name.
Thank you.
So, Erica, tell us a little bit about your organization and how you came up with that great name.
Okay, well, I love puns. Our organization is all
So these girls like Blossom. We get them from a factory farm setting where they were ex-commercial egg laying hens. I would put that in quotes because we don't necessarily agree with it. They're only 1 to 2 years old when they get rid of them, meaning they're sent off to be killed and disposed of because they did their first molt. So for a period of about 2 to 3 months, they stop laying eggs, which means they're not productive. So it's cheaper to get rid of them and bring in a younger group of girls that's constantly laying. And so we stepped in and we said we
long do chickens actually live? I don't know.
They can actually live about 10 plus years. Fun fact, the oldest living hen, she just recently passed away back in December of last year. Her name, I believe, was Peanut, and she was almost 22 years old. So, yeah.
So, and you adopt out your chickens, right?
Yes, yes. We're always looking for new homes. People who love chickens want to give them happy homes with egg laying bonus.
Egg laying is the bonus. I love that. How do you find them?
Oh, it's hard. We do stuff like this. We put ourselves out there. We do a lot of events. We do programs like Cooks with Books, where we go to the local libraries. We read chicken-themed stories to the kids. We bring our chickens for them to love on them after. It's a lot of events. Putting ourselves out there and making sure we spread the word.
Well, today, Give STL Day is all about donations and raising funds for organizations like Second-Hen'd. What will you do with donations that come to you today?
So these donations will help us save more of these girls. So what most of the funds go to is providing them with veterinary care whenever we get a new batch. They have to stay quarantined for a period of time, undergo testing, veterinary care, obviously food, all those other things, resources, transportation, that all costs money. So every dollar that's donated goes toward their care and getting them in health.
I love that. That's wonderful. Well, as we think about Second-Hen'd, can you tell us, you told us the story of Blossom. How about another hen that has found another home?
Oh, okay. Well, so I actually have become friends with quite a few of our adopters. It's kind of a thing. When you're a chicken person, you flock together. So the one that comes to mind, or there's two that come to mind. So my friend Rebecca, her chicken Ducky, yes, it's from the movie Land Before Time. She has a sister as well named Spike. They have these really interesting eye defects or formation, I don't know how to call it, where they look like dinosaurs.
Oh, wow.
And she is actually taken from the same group as Blossom. And so we do events and stuff together. My friend Rosa, she also has her favorite Larry, Larry Bird. So she is also an amazing, amazing chicken, and she is her soul chicken, her forever bird. So I have a lot of friends. I keep up with them, ask how their chickens are doing. We go on walk walks in Tower Grove Park. Yes, there's a group of us who have strollers, and we take our chickens on walk walks. So yeah, I love knowing about other people's chickens too.
That's great. So do you have some families that will adopt maybe 4 or 5 chickens or a few chickens and never find anything?
Because in case something happens to one, you don't have 2 because they are small animals. So if you already have chickens, that makes that introduction period easier. And if you don't, that's a good starting out number. But we've had people adopt as many as about 20.
Wow.
But that's, of course, people with a lot of space. So,
Right.
Yeah.
And then you're getting the chickens from manufacturers, right?
Yes.
And so how do they know that you're here?
I spent about 2 years trying to find an agriculture that would work with us and give us this opportunity. So they didn't find me. I found them. And it was just a lot of knocking on doors until someone finally gave us a chicken.
Wow. And all because at age 2, roughly, a chicken will live?
Yes, between the age of 1 to 2 years. The youngest group we've ever gotten was actually about 2 weeks shy of a year, and the oldest group we ever got was a week over 3 years old.
Well, Erica, what else do you want to know? What else do you want to tell us about Second-Hen'd, about Awesome Blossom?
Well, we're actually trying to get a group we need more adopters because we want to save another group this summer. We're looking to get about 200 birds. So yeah, we're trying to go big. So if anyone's interested,
All the information is on our social media, on our website. Contact us through the form. we do need more people. To date, we have saved and rehomed 911 birds. Wow. I know that's not the most, but we work with what we've got. Our resources are very limited, so we try and do it smart, because we would rather give each bird 100% than say, oh, well, we took a whole bunch more, but we only gave them 20%. So we just want them to get the very best.
I love it. What a great story.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Erica, for
Yes,
being with us
thank you for having us.
And best of luck on this Give STL
Best
day.
of luck. Yes.
Best of luck.
Okay, my husband's a punster. He's going to love
my gosh.
you. He's going to love this
Yes.
organization.
No.
So www.givestlday.org. We've hit our million. Let's make it 1.5 before that 10 o'clock meeting.
We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Awesome.
Well, hello. We are back with Dr. Cynthia Bennett with the Journey Against Domestic and Sexual Abuse, or JADASA. Not JADASA, JADASA, because I had to relearn that one. Dr. Bennett, you've got your letters coming up. As you are getting these up, I'll tell you a little bit about JADASA. They provide emergency service,
Thank you.
crisis intervention counseling, victim advocacy, all for people who have experienced domestic and sexual abuse. So fill in a little bit about that for us, Dr. Bennett.
Hi, yes, thank you for having me. Oh, I didn't get plugged up.
Well, you gotta get plugged up.
Plug me up. Sorry.
Yeah, we were so busy saying goodbye to the chicken. Okay. And
Okay. In the camera? Which camera? This one?
You can look at each other.
Okay. He said we can look at each other.
It's
Good,
much
because
more
I like to be, it's more social.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. JADASA is an acronym for Journey Against Domestic and Sexual Abuse. We are a non-residential resource advocacy agency. We work with intervention and prevention for women and their children who have been exposed or who have experienced domestic and sexual abuse in the St. Louis region.
So in the St. Louis region, but primarily North County, is that correct? Or-
Primarily it's North County, but we will go into the city as well, and then in Illinois.
Okay, great. So
Yes.
you really are the whole region.
Metropolitan, yes, St. Louis area.
And tell around how many women have you worked with over your time?
Over our time, about 5,000, but we work with at least 185 to 225 new clients a year. So we've been doing this since 2002, so we're going into 22 years in June the 2nd, as a matter of fact.
Wow. So 200 new clients a year. Think about what that means, the number of women that are out there that need this kind of support.
Yes, yes, it is so much needed, and we just don't have enough resources. We don't have enough shelter stays. And so what we do is we come up with creative ways of fundraising and trying to get these women into shelters, and try to get them in overnight stays and such. We're partnering with hotels as well, because a lot of these women, you know, they had homes, they had jobs, they had all the amenities that we normally have, but because of the abuse and they happen to escape with just the clothes on their back, they have to start over. And a lot of times these women are sleeping in their cars, especially if we don't have a space available to put them in. So we have to get them in a hotel. If they're sleeping in the cars, like the last time we had this freeze, We didn't have enough warming centers available. So the thing is, the hotels weren't available. We had to talk to them about going into the airport, because you know you can sleep in the airport, but who wants to do that?
Right.
Who wants to do that?
And particularly the women with children. I mean,
Yes.
do you really want those kids sleeping in cars or sleeping at the airport? Yeah. So you're providing crisis intervention counseling. Who are your counselors?
Yes, we work with a lot of the counselors there in the school district, but they are state certified counselors. We work with them, and we partner with other agencies who have counselors on staff where we refer them to. We also have advocates in our office. Everybody that's in our organization, from the staff to the board members, they either work in domestic violence, they are survivors themselves, or they've been in those type of households. So we understand on both ends of the spectrum the life of a survivor.
Yeah. The lived experience plus the professional
Yes.
training. What a powerful combination.
Exactly.
So tell us a little bit about Give STL Day today for you. What are your goals for the day? I think it's a hefty goal.
It's a hefty goal. Our goal is today is we are looking to at least raise $10,000 because that money will help. $100 will give a lady with 2 children 1 night of hotel stay and a meal. Because if we can't get them in a shelter, we have to go to the hotels, of course. And they give us discounted rates, but we have to pay for those things. And we want to our main goal is to get them into safety, get them out of the abusive situation. Because not only are they going through that, when you have children, you know, they still got to go to school and try to function. They can't function if they don't know where they're going to lay their heads, if they're going to have the next meal, where is it coming from. So it's just a dynamic that affects the family all around. And so Give St. Louis Day, the dollars are helping the women, the children become stable, to have at least 1 night. If they get $100, that's one night that they don't have to worry about being safe or looking over their heads or wondering can they lay their heads down and actually rest. Because you can go to sleep, but it's the difference between sleeping and resting.
Yeah, we all know that. Yeah, but think about, I mean, what we're talking about is really Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right?
Yes.
You know, if you don't take care of that shelter, the food, the
basic needs.
Basic needs, then you can't start working on the crisis or the mental health side of the crisis intervention and the rebuilding of someone's life, because when you're surviving sexual assault or you're surviving domestic abuse or both,
yes,
that's really taking away your sense of self, your sense of power, your self-image.
Yes. And there's so much that the survivor goes through, because first it's the shock factor. Like, I can't really actually believe this has happened or this is happening. And then and the thing about it, even though they're trying to deal with that, when they have children, they still have to act like things are normal, even though this is a new normal for them, or they're learning to function in dysfunction. But you still try to keep that straight face for the children, because we want the children not to be disruptive as less as possible for the environment. And so it's just a lot that they have to deal with mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all on the inside while they try to function in the community. So we are there trying to help them navigate through that. That's why Jada said the first term, J, is journey, because they're on a journey, and we're trying to get them to the journey to healing so they can get back into the community, and then they can function and thrive and move forward.
Cynthia, that is a beautiful point to wrap things up on. We want to say thank you so much for being here on Give STL Day. We know it's a very busy day, and wish you the best of luck on that fundraising journey that you're on today.
Awesome.
This is a beautiful mission and wonderful work that you guys are doing.
Thank you for having me.
Let's all get Dr. Bennett and Jadisa on that journey to their big, big goal. Give now, give often. www.givestl.org. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
it's just going to be a diffuser for.
Welcome back to GiveSTLDay.org. My name is Chris Strubb, the Giving Day guy. We are live from Union Station. And Elizabeth, we've got another great organization, one of over 1,000 participating in Give STL Day today, coming up in just a moment. $1,118,249 have already been raised for 806 of those 1,000+ organizations. Classic 107.3, you guys have received a donation so far today, right?
Yes.
All right, so let's get some more. Elizabeth, take it away.
Absolutely. Classic 107.3. I hope you're talking about Give STL Day on the radio today.
We absolutely are.
Okay.
Always do.
Well, so today we have Julie and Callie with us to talk a little bit about what an independent radio station that focuses on classic music can do for you.
Yes. So we are the local classical music station here in St. Louis, completely community supported. We could not do all of the things that we do without our St. Louis community, and we're so blessed to live in a fabulous arts town. And there are so many wonderful organizations that Classic 107.3 supports. We're the voice for the arts in St. Louis. So we love having our fellow arts partners on the air talking about their events and what they're doing and promoting those things on the radio. And then we have local hosts who live right here in our community who are a part of our station. Callie Bannum is one of those hosts, and she's also a part of our St. Louis Symphony Orchestra.
Callie, you're the tango queen, is that right?
Well, I'll take it. Okay, I accept that title. Okay, I suppose I would go with Tango Scholar more. And I host Tango with Callie on Classic 107.3 on Saturday nights at 6 p.m. and it's kind of symphony night in a way because the Saturday night also on Classic 107.3 features the St. Louis Symphony live broadcasts. So that's just one evening of an example of how the station is connected to all of the arts organizations in the community. I think it's really important for any big city, to have a classical music radio station so people can enjoy that music on their morning drive or afternoon commute home from work, to have that option. So we have all that at Classic 107.3, but so much more with all of these local shows hosted by people in the community.
Absolutely.
And I have to say, one that sparked my interest was Bach and Beyonce.
Bach and Beyonce. So Maria A. Ellis is a local choir teacher. She leads the choirs at the Sheldon and a gospel choir through UMSL, and she is a terrific choral music performer and conductor. And yes, she hosts 2 shows on Classic 107.3, Bach and Beyonce. She loves making connections between classical music and the music of today, especially for her students, showing them where the music that they listen to can connect to the music of the past. And then she also hosts American Gospel on Sunday mornings, which just received a grant from the National Endowment for the Arts, so to support that program.
So we've got 2 very talented audio professionals here. And so I'm wondering, what advice would you give to a young man, maybe 38 years old, wearing a gray hat, who might, this is a real question though, like in a live environment when you guys are on the air and something goes wrong, what advice would you give to a young person, maybe just breaking into the industry, who's trying to figure things out on the fly? How do you keep your cool?
Fake it till you make it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you just do the best that you can. Things are going to go wrong with live performances, with live broadcasts. Things happen.
Part of the business, right?
Yeah, it absolutely is part of the business. And when I first started, I started at Classic 107.3 as a volunteer, and then went part-time and full-time, and now I'm the general manager. And it's a learning curve, right? I was terrified the first time I went on the air, just absolutely terrified to press that mic button and pot it up and start talking, and eventually you get to the point where you're talking with your audience as if you're talking with a friend, and that's the goal, right? You just want to be having a conversation with somebody, and people understand when things go wrong. I think that's part of the magic of live performance. It's like, okay, this isn't something that's prepackaged that has been engineered within an inch of its life to be utterly perfect. It's real people in your community.
Don't
Elizabeth.
worry about perfection.
Yeah.
Just worry about expression, right?
I think that's part of the magic of what we're doing here today, right?
Absolutely.
I hope that we're all friends here now, and I love having these conversations and bringing folks like you in to really talk about what you guys do and how all this stuff happens. And of course, so what sort of support, like when someone makes a donation today, how does that help you guys?
So it keeps us on the air, frankly. I mean, we're reliant on community support. We're not subsidized by any sort of entity. And so the programs that, hiring local hosts in your community, helping them produce their shows, airing those shows every week, having equipment to go out in the community, say to someplace like the Muni and doing interviews. We did interviews all last summer following every Muni show. There was a live interview with somebody who'd been involved in that show. We recorded those on site at the Muni, so that kind of equipment. Trying new things. We're always interested in experimentation and looking for ways to support our local arts organizations, like those live broadcasts from the Symphony. That would definitely be something you're supporting. Everything that we do basically is reliant on you.
Well, thank you so much for being here today. We hope it is a hugely successful Give STL day for Classic 107.3 and for all 1,000 or over 1,000 organizations that we're raising money for today.
Absolutely. We have a great supportive community here in St. Louis, and we're so grateful to be a part of it.
And as you said, a wonderful arts world here,
Yes.
and you are such an integral, if I can say it, integral part of that arts world.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for
Thank you.
all that you do.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And if you got a spare Roadcaster power cable laying around, I'll take that too. I'm just kidding. Give STL Day 2024 live from Union Station, back in 60. All right, you're listening to Classic 107.3. Oh, wait, no, you're not. This is Give STL Day 2024 live. My name is Chris Strub, the Giving Day guy. We're joined by Lacey and Robert from Promo Fund, and Elizabeth. I am going to, you can squeeze in together a little tighter. You're checking it out there on the screen. Elizabeth, I'm going to throw it back to you.
www.givestlday.org. It is our 24-hour day of giving, and I am very happy to be here with Lacey and Robert from the Promo Fund. Tell us a little bit about what you all are up to.
Of course. So Promo Fund is Missouri's largest LGBTQ plus advocacy and policy organization. So not only do we work in Jeff City working on policy, but we work on the ground power building and organizing the community to try to make Missouri a better place for the LGBTQ plus community overall.
And you work statewide, not just in St. Louis.
Correct. We are statewide, yes.
Yeah, and that's got to be a heavy lift in a state like this. Like Missouri.
It is just a tad, but we're lucky we've just gotten staff members out of Springfield and out of Kansas City, so we're really broadening and getting truly activated statewide.
That's wonderful. And the last couple of years has been peppered with legislation that has been, I think, I'm going to put mine out there, but a little tough on our kids and on our trans kids. Can you tell me a little bit about what Promo is doing to support children in our community?
Of course. So not only are we showing up and helping kids maybe in their schools or in their areas activate and work towards better situations for themselves, we're supporting parents. We support our partner organizations such as Transparent or Squish in making sure that they provide those direct service needs for those kids and parents of all walks of the community.
Great. Wonderful. And you guys have a particular goal today, correct?
We do, yes. So we're really excited. We have a matching challenge thanks to Jill and Jen Woolner. They have pledged $10,000 towards our deep canvassing efforts, which is basically door knocking, getting out and talking to the people of Missouri to understand where they stand on these issues and to really humanize, individuals one-to-one. We're starting that initiative this year, and so we're really excited to have this match. So your donations doubled today, thanks to Jill and Jen.
We love matches on Give STL Day.
Yes.
So this canvassing effort.
Yeah.
It's statewide.
It is.
And how do you find people to canvass in other parts of St. Louis, Kansas City? These are population hubs.
Right.
But in rural parts.
Yeah, so we're starting out, we're doing it in phases. We're starting out St. Louis and Springfield first to kind of get our feet underneath us and see how it goes in those areas. And then in, other phases of this, we're going to start reaching out, broadening into more rural areas, approaching Kansas City. It's just taking it step by step and learning as we go and getting engaged in roots in those communities. The rural areas, there are queer people there. We just got to engage them and meet them where they are. So it's a process, and we just have to build towards that.
So Robert, you're the communications director, is that right?
I am.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about your role in this canvassing effort.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's really speaks to the narrative that we're having conversations with people. So we're asking them to see if we can agree on fundamental abilities or fundamental conversations. Can we agree that every single Missourian should have access to the health care that they need? Can we agree that every single Missourian should be able to have the freedom to choose the health care that they need? Very basic fundamental questions that we should be able to find some common ground on, and then build from there to eventually allow them to become what we call pro-equality voters, to say that we need politicians who will prioritize solutions to real issues and not, stick on culture war issues.
Lacey, I want to jump in here real quick and ask you, I'm just looking at your GiveSTLDay.org page. Tell me about the Jill and Jen Woolner's canvassing matching challenge.
Oh yeah, no, so I mentioned that, but Jill and Jen, they are longtime supporters of our organization, and this year they have pledged $10,000 to match donations coming in today, and they're working to support the deep canvassing effort that we're discussing, and so we're really excited to have them on board.
We'll actually have a video of them later on our social media profile directly from them that will speak to them just a little bit more about why they're involved, why they're excited about this, and why this work is going to be so important for us as we move in the future.
What do you want people to know about the LGBT community in the state? We have people probably watching from around the country. Is Missouri a welcoming state?
Oh, Robert.
Where you are, doesn't it?
I would say Missouri is what we call a battleground state. LGBTQ rights here are constantly under attack because we have a supermajority in the state legislature. So last year, for instance, there were 55 anti-LGBTQ plus bills that were filed. This year, we're sitting at about 40 to 45. And two of the most aggressive and egregious anti-LGBTQ plus bills were signed into law last year. So this work is truly important to be able to ensure that LGBTQ plus people can continue to have their rights and the rights that we have, as well as being able to expand them in the future.
You used the phrase battleground, and Elizabeth, I think we're looking at two battleground warriors right here out there in the fight 365 days a year. So thank you guys so much for all the incredible work that you do. I get to work with Giving Days around the country. I was just speaking with my friends from the Rainbow Rose Center last week in York, Pennsylvania, and everywhere you go, there are wonderful folks like you that are standing up for people who might not have a voice, who might not, whether it be out or be comfortable or be in an uncomfortable relationship or different things. It's really special to see you guys out here today, and we really want to thank you for your participation in Give STL Day. And you mentioned also your collaboration with Transparent and everything. At the end of our video here, I'm going to play a quick interview that I did with them yesterday as well. So we love seeing how you guys work with other organizations locally as well.
Great.
So my final thing to say is we love the match. $10,000 match in honor of promo. Please give. Give often, give early, give to promo, give to the other 1,000 organizations that are participating. www.givestlday.org. $10,000 match. Let's help them get there. Let's meet every penny of that.
We're on.
You can listen to this if you want.
It's Chris Jumpy giving me a guy, and I'm joined right now by
Jordan Braxton
and
Susan Hallow.
So great to meet you. What organization are you guys with?
We're with Transparent. And Transparent here at is a nonprofit, and we do advocacy and connect resources for parents and caregivers and trans kids and gender expansive children.
Thank you so much for your hard work. Why is it important for people to donate to Transparent during Give STL Day?
We are still a 100% all-volunteer organization. We do not have any paid staff, so the best thing about giving to us right now is that 100% of your money goes to support our families. We don't take anything for anything else right now.
Great. Thank you so much, guys. Good luck during Give STL Day 2024.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That was fast.
We talk about that spirit of collaboration between organizations, and it's great to meet them yesterday and great to meet you guys this morning too. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, this is Give STL Day 2024 live. Elizabeth, we'll be back in I don't know what time it is. 2 minutes, 3 minutes. We'll be back with a 10 a.m.
4
broadcast.
minutes. 10 a.m. Top of the hour. Make that donation before that 10 a.m. meeting.
Don't go anywhere. This is Give STL Day 2024 live.
Thank you, St. Louis. Thank you, St. Louis. Thank you, St. Louis.